Hey everyone, Sam Signorelli, HM Fencing. Welcome back to Can Haz Armory. Today, something every fencer should really know how to do, sewing closed a hole in the glove. Okay? So here's my saber glove. You can see I have a nice hole I've worn through it there. Now, I don't have a patch for it. There is some discussion if a patch on a saber glove is legal because if you don't have 800 Newton material, it doesn't match. You can't verify the material is 800 Newton. So I'm not going to try and patch. I'm going to try to sew the hole shut. Sometimes when people bring me a glove, especially the young kids, the juniors, and some of the cadets, and they have a hole in the glove, needs to be sewn shut, I hand them my sewing kit, and they have this look on their face like Professor Quirrell in the first Harry Potter movie. He's about to sit there going, "What is this magic?" It's nothing, guys. Learn how to do it. First off, here's what you need. Some sewing needles. You can use any notion section, any Ralph's will do it. Some sewing thread. Here's what confuses everybody. This is a threader, okay? Note it's low plastic base. Sometimes it's kind of tin foil, looks like a dime. And the big thing is this little loop here at the end. This is how you thread the needle, right? So, here you have a needle. This little thing up here at the top, the little hole, it's called the eye hole, right? You're going to take this, insert this part through the eye of the needle, okay? If I get this done here. Now, you see that's through the eye of the needle, right? Now I'm going to take some thread from my spool. Some people recommend dental floss for this kind of thing. Threads, regular thread's okay because it fits through the needle easier. Okay. And it fell out, so stand by. There it goes. It's through there again. I'm going to insert the thread through that little space there. Think of it as a point control drill. It's through. You can see it's through there right now. Now I'm going to do is pull this back through the needle. Voila! The needle, she is threaded. Okay, so there's that. Now, in order to prepare the needle for sewing, I'm going to get a bit more thread out, about an arm's length. Cut it short. There we go. So now it's cut. I'm going to line the two ends of the thread up. Okay, so here's the length of it. Here's my needle threaded, and you can see how much, how much I've got here. Okay, that's so I have extra room to work with. I'm going to take the ends of the thread, line them up, because I don't want to lose a thread again coming out of the needle. I'm going to take it, take both ends, tie a knot in it. Simple granny knot going through, and there I have a knot right about just behind my ear, right? I'm going to try and do it again, trying to line it up, and the reason is sometimes if the knot's kind of small and the material's a little big, it might slip through the hole you're going to put into. So there's that there. They happen to line up in the same place, so again, right there it is, right there, behind, just below the clock. Okay, so I have a double knot there. I'm going to trim it short so it's just past that. And now I'll turn the camera around and we will show how to sew it. Stand by. Okay, so here's the glove. There's the hole again. It's actually a pretty nasty hole. Just a wear spot. I have to close it up. So, take my needle, pick a spot right about there, and then go through the material on one side of the hole, through, back to the other side. See it coming through there. Okay, pull the needle through, and make sure it's there, right there. And I'm going to simply do that again and again until the hole's closed. Some people call this a whip stitch. Now, a very sophisticated stitch does the job. And this is all you need to do on a glove in order to close the hole. Note it goes through both sides of the material. Okay. A little snug. And we'll just keep doing this. Now this, for most gloves, if you close the hole with a stitch, presumably you can't glue it shut, that is sufficient for most armorers. But all you really want to have is the hole closed so that a point cannot catch that hole and rip it open. As I said, saber glove might be a little bit different issue. I do not know if this glove will pass at a NAC or at a tournament because it is a saber glove. There might be some issues about that. So any other armor that sees this, feel free to advise me. And sometimes that happens. There we go. Okay, so sometimes this happens with the thing where the ends. There it goes. Sometimes when you're pulling it through, it doesn't pull through evenly. And the hole's much smaller now. And this is not really gonna shrink the amount of space I have for my fingers. I have a backup glove in case it does, but right now it's not really shrinking the amount of material I have to work with. And one more, it'll be nice and closed. Okay, you can do this on a glove, you can do this on a jacket, you can do this on a hole in any kind of laminated material. Patching is a different issue entirely, which I'll get to in a different video. There it goes. So now we have, you can see the hole is sewn pretty much shut. Okay, that right there is the material. That's not a hole right there. Now I'm going to tie it off. I'm doing that way. I'm going to tie a knot in the material. And I do it with the assistance of the needle. So I grab it. There it goes. So to tie the knot off, so it doesn't unravel, I'm going to go one through material one more time. Just for one more little bit thing. There it goes through there. And instead of pulling it all the way tight this time, I'm going to take the thread. Okay, there we are. Above both lines there. Make sure it's even. There we go. And go through from the back side here, loop around once, and then pull it tight. Trim the end. And now we have a nicely closed hole. Again, that will probably pass at a local event, not sure about a NAC. That is how you close a hole in a glove. You can also do that, like I said, with the jackets, because they get damaged, or knickers, things of that nature. You can also glue the hole shut if it's small enough. You can, put a drop of, if it's a real tiny hole, put a drop of glue there and glue it shut. You can sew a patch over it. The main material is a little bit different. It's probably going to wear here next. There's a lot of wear on that. But that is how you close a hole in a glove, by sewing. So kids, ask your grandparents or your parents, learn how to do it. There may not already be somebody there who can fix it for you. And if I'm really busy, I'm going to hand you my sewing kit and say, knock yourself out. As always, happy armoring.